Hey there, everybody. It's Adam with the Pattaya News. We are coming to you on the week of the first week of March. We just ended the Kite Festival on Pattaya Beach, which it was actually a phenomenal thing. And according to Pattaya City officials, it brought in 150 million baht to the economy. Now, I've seen the comments on social media and I've seen folks say that's impossible. But keep in mind, at least from a domestic perspective and the amount of Thai families that were here, we're going to cover a little bit about that in a bit. It was a pretty good weekend. So why am I here? Why am I talking to you on camera when we haven't done this that much before? We're going to start giving you a weekly recap as well as what's going on in the week ahead, just so everybody can keep on track of the important things. And I'm going to keep it brief just so I can keep your attention. So, first thing is, for this week, Cobra Gold actually started today, February 28, 2023. For those of you not aware, Cobra Gold is a joint military exercise between the Thai military and the U.S. military, which has brought in 6,000 soldiers to the area. Also, 17 other countries are involved as either allies or observers. Now, the discussion on our social media and the emails we've got is Pattaya going to be overwhelmed with soldiers running through all the bars and nightlife? Short answer, no. It's all the eastern provinces. They're going to be at all sorts of different areas, and only a relatively small percentage of soldiers have leave, and those that do have leave or liberty will have many rules and regulations. So you may not see too many differences in the area, but you will see some people who are clearly U.S. military in and around the town. Next thing is starting this weekend on Friday and Saturday, the 3rd and 4th, and this will take place every weekend for a month, is the Pattaya Music Festival 2023. Now, as stated, we had the Kite Festival last weekend, and some people have already stated on our comments, are we really doing another festival? Yes. Yes, we are. In fact, there's going to be a festival every single weekend, as stated in March, and every single weekend pretty much all year long, building up throughout the year to drive domestic and foreign tourism. In fact, in April, announced yesterday by Central Mall in Pattaya City, for the first time in 4 years, and we know some of you are super excited, Songkran will be back in Pattaya. Now, it was celebrated last year, but only traditionally and religious, and water throwing and parties and concerts were banned. We're warning you in advance, that's not the case this year. Not only is Rolling Loud going to be in town with some of the biggest rap artists in the world, I know all of y'all know people like Cardi B and Travis Scott and Chris Brown, right? Well, they're going to be in town, and that's going to bring a lot of people to the area, but so will the fact that for the first time, as stated in years, Beach Road will be full of people partying on April 19th on Wan Lai, and yes, probably for the week before it, which is the unpopular part. Now, speaking of Beach Road, the other thing that's taking place starting this week is, and by the time you see this will have already been enacted, is that on Beach Road, parking on the beach side is now no longer allowed. That's right. This was actually changed back during the COVID-19 pandemic period because obviously there weren't that many people here. But now that Chinese tour groups are beginning to return and more tourists overall are in town, as well as the upcoming music festival and Songkran festival, they're stopping parking on Beach Road. In fact, today they put up signs all up and down the beach to remind people of that. We've been asked already, well, what's the plan? Just park wherever you can? Well, some people don't know that there are parking lots available. For instance, during COVID, Terminal 21 built a free parking lot, but it is a little bit away. Although during events, there's a shuttle. So the actual plan is they're expanding Beach Road. For those of you not in town right now, this has been a project for a couple months, and it's going to continue until the end of the year, in which they're actually expanding, which will add parking, add restrooms, according to them, add exercise areas, and more ability for traffic and for walking. We'll see where that ends up. Now, we have two more things I'm going to talk about. Number one is next week, Monday, March 6th. Is a religious holiday, Makabuka Day. Now, you can take a look on our website. We did a recent article which tells in depth about this holiday and explains it. But the things that most of our foreign readers will be most interested in is that it is an alcohol sales ban day, which means that basically from midnight Sunday night until midnight Monday night, a total of 24 hours, all bars, nightclubs, go-go's, etc. will be closed because they're primarily alcohol businesses. Restaurants can open, but they're not allowed to serve alcohol. during that period. So keep that in mind in advance so you don't get surprised. Last but not least, stating about family tourists and people coming from the Kite Festival, is in the past week, our most read article was the fact that Pattaya was voted by Agoda as the #1 family destination for domestic, i.e. Thai, not foreign, tourists in Thailand. And that shocked many of our viewers. Many of you guys were like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Well, if you get out of the bar areas, and hey, I'm guilty of mostly staying in those areas in the past myself, but once you get out of those areas to Jomtien Beach, to the different locations in around the city, the tourist attractions, you'll see that indeed, since the COVID pandemic, we've seen a lot of family tourists return to and from Pattaya. In fact, before the pandemic, Hua Hin was #1. Pattaya has taken over in terms of hotel bookings and local families. And that doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon with all the events and festivals coming up. As always, guys, we appreciate you tuning in. If you're watching us on YouTube, I'd like to invite you to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like, give us a comment, even if it's negative or critical. I love to hear your constructive criticism. We want to hear what you have to say about the upcoming festivals. Do you like that we have festivals every single weekend in Pattaya? Do you agree with banning beach road parking? Let us know. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Take care of yourselves and each other.